I have the paddle shifter installed. It's more of a sequential shifter. You just pull it back and it shifts to the next gear. All it is two micro switches that are fed with 5 volts from the reference line of the TCU right here. And that comes to the blue wire, and there's a resistor on, there's one resistor value on one and another resistor value on the other. So, and then you tell it in the computer what voltage it needs to see to shift up or down. So if I pull it back, well, let's say that again. There's a constant 5 volts going to both switches right now. Well, the key's not on, but if the key was on, it'd be 5 volts going to them. And there's a resistor in line with the coolant temp, which is the input for the shifter here. So that tells the computer what it needs to do, whether it needs to shift up or to shift down. So say it's a, well, I'll just say it's a 680 ohm resistor, and that's, we'll just look in the computer here, paddle shifter. So for an upshift, it needs to be 2.4 volts to upshift. And the downshift, it's a 380 ohm resistor. It needs to be 1.5 volts to shift. So you pull it, and it sees that voltage, and then it does whatever you told it to do here. I've had 2 problems with this. First problem was the software had both the flex, had the paddle input and enable input, both were on flex, and it would freeze this whole window, and you couldn't do anything with it. You couldn't even close Tuner Studio. You had to restart the computer to do anything with it. So I got on it one day and I just messed around with it, and it took like 5 minutes to open this one window. Just open that one window. And I suspect the reason was because they were both on flex, that it was messing with the software. It didn't know what to do. So, and the second problem I've had, it was idiot behind the camera here, is you'd have to hold it before it would shift for like a half second. And I found out what the problem was, and that was in the settings problem. Of course, the guy behind the camera. It was a settle time before the next shift. It was at half a second, and now it's at 3/100 of a second. Which I haven't tried in normal mode with a computer shifting it. I've only shifted it so far. I went to Walmart today. It's about like 12 miles away. The enable switch for this is right here. I was going to put it up here, but I thought I'd have a switch, keep those for accessories, and have this for just to keep it out of the way, I guess. Plus I have 2 holes here that I put 2 stupid switches in there for some reason. I can't even remember what I put them in there for. So that's the TCU shifting it, and that's balls to the wall, me shifting it. I say that because it needs to go to the door. I think the door is the wall. It's a metaphor. I'll still remember. So you can't shift this while you're going to. It doesn't do anything. It'll just hold the gear you're in. So yeah, what I'm doing right now, the radiators, I plugged it up because they're running water. Let me go outside and I'll show you what the problem is. Alright, so the idiot behind the camera decided to run water because I've taken this radiator out a whole bunch of times that I didn't want to waste the money on antifreeze. Well, now it's coming back to bite me in the butt because I'm getting rust chunks from somewhere. They're pretty small. They're like 10 to 20 thou big, and they're plugging up the tubes to the radiator. So what I'm trying to do is flush it out by using the up pipe from here to there. I just put it in there down to the bottom down there, and then the bottom radiator hose is just down there. And I'm using a vacuum and putting air in there. There's water and spray line in there right now. It's full, so it'll blow all that, hopefully blow all that nasty stuff out, because it was running a little hot when I went to Walmart. So yeah, we'll see if that works. So thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll keep the videos coming. See you in the next one.